Francisco. Francisco was the only word I understood. After Mr. Sims left, Miss Scalapino showed me to my desk, which was at the end of the row closest to the windows, where there were no other kids in the room yet. When I looked inside my desk, I saw a book, a box of crayons, a yellow ruler, a thick pencil, and a pair of scissors. Under the windows was a dark wooden counter the length of the room. On top of it, right next to my desk, was a caterpillar in a large jar. He looked just like the ones I had seen in the fields. He was yellowish green with black bands, and he moved very slowly without making any sound. Ring! Soon, other kids walked quietly into the room and took their seats. Some of them looked at me and giggled. I looked at the caterpillar in the jar every time someone looked at me. Miss Scalapino started speaking to the class. I did not understand a word she was saying. The more she spoke, the more anxious I became. By the end of the day, I was very tired of hearing Miss Scalapino talk. The sounds had made no sense to me. I thought that perhaps by paying close attention I would begin to understand, but that didn't happen. For days I got headaches from trying to listen until I learned a way out. When my head began to hurt, I let my mind wander. Sometimes I imagined myself flying out of the classroom and landing next to Papa and surprising him. But when I daydreamed, I continued to look at the teacher and pretended I was paying attention, because Papa told me that it was disrespectful not to pay attention, especially to grown-ups. It was easier when Miss Scalapino read to the class from a book with illustrations. I would make up my own stories in Spanish based on the pictures. Still, I wished I understood what she was reading. In time, I learned some of the classmates' names. The one I heard the most and therefore learned first was Curtis. Curtis was the biggest, strongest, and most popular kid in the class. Everyone wanted to be his friend and to play with him. He was always chosen as captain when the kids formed teams. Since I was the smallest and did not know English, I was always chosen last. I preferred to hang around Arthur, one of the boys who knew a little Spanish. During recess, he and I would play on the swings. I pretended to be a Mexican movie star like Jorge Negrete or Pedro Infante, riding a horse and singing the corridos we often heard on the car radio.